Hi everyone, my name's Otterly. This is going to be my first upload on my channel, and this channel is mostly going to be about living with autism. I didn't really feel like there was a lot of representation out there, especially for people that were diagnosed older, like me, or for girls in general. So I'm just going to kind of talk about like stuff I learn as I'm learning more about my diagnosis and, just like stuff I found that helps me. And probably at some point, like, asking questions to other people and trying to see, like, if I can find out some new information, because there's not a lot out there. And I just feel like that's kind of frustrating. So maybe I can help some other people. So today I decided I'm going to review some Stim toys I bought off of Amazon. Some of them were, like, in a pack, so they're not the best quality. But I wasn't really sure what I wanted, and I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on stuff if I didn't know if I was going to like it or not. So if you see something that you like in the pack, I would probably get something a little bit higher quality not in a pack. But yeah, let's just take a look at some of the stuff and see what I got here. So in the pack, there was like 5 or 6 things. The first thing is this fidget cube. Actually, this is an infinity cube. The fidget cubes are the ones that are the cubes that have like little stuff all over the sides of it. So this one's an infinity cube. So basically you keep twirling it around and you keep making cubes and stuff. I like this one. I think I'm more partial to the toys that just kind of keep spinning and flowing around and don't get stuck. The ones that get stuck kind of frustrate me, so I just feel like those ones probably aren't my thing. But yeah, this one's pretty high quality, even though it was in the pack of stuff. I don't feel like it's going to break right away. So yeah, I like this one. Another thing that was in the pack was like this little controller thing. It has a bunch of different things on it, which I think is really cool. So there's a lot of different options, and I feel like it's discreet where you can like put it in your pocket. Some of the things make noise, but it's kind of like a pin clicking. So, I think this is a pretty good one. There's like a little thing, 2 things that spin on the top and bottom. The top one has like little ridges on it, and it moves really freely. The bottom one kind of has ridges, and it kind of makes like a gear noise almost. And then you have like a little joystick thing, and then there's some buttons. The side buttons click, and then the top and bottom just kind of bounce. They don't really do anything else. And then there's like this little trigger thing on the side. And then on the back there's like this spinny thing and like another little like switch button thing. So yeah, that one's pretty cool too. I feel like this one's gonna break. Maybe not right away, but I feel like it's gonna break. I feel like if I put it in my pocket, it's going to be fine. But I feel like this is something in a couple months that I'm probably going to have to replace. So. Next we have is this little keyring thing. I don't really like this one. It's just like, it gets stuck really easily. I don't feel like I can fidget with this. Like, it's too small and it just gets stuck. There's like these little rubber bands. So if you like picking toys, then you'd probably like this. And then these little things spin. But they also get stuck pretty easily too. So I didn't really like this one, but if this seems interesting to you, I'm gonna look at it a little bit closer. Then you can check that out. The other thing I had was these little marble run things. They're okay. I wouldn't really go out of my way to get these, but they were part of the pack, so I checked them out. I think they were in a storage for a while because like one side the marble was like had it really stretched out and the other side was really tight, so when you would try to push the marble over, it would just like fly back. So you'd probably have to mess with it a little bit before you get it like how I have it now. But also these ones are not very good quality. Like this one's fraying, and then the other one I literally played with for like 5 minutes and it broke and the marble's not there anymore and the thread is just completely like torn open. So not the best quality. The last thing from the pack was this little puzzle ball thing, and I actually really, really like this one. This is probably one of my favorites. So you can see there's like different colored circles and then the different colored balls, and you just match them, and like you stick your finger in and they move around. I feel like if I was in a burnout episode, like I could sit there and focus on this and it would help me a lot. The only thing is it can hurt your fingers a little bit, but I feel like it doesn't really take away from the toy too much. Like, unless you're sitting here doing this all day, I don't think you're gonna, like, not want to use it. But that's just something to keep in mind. This one also seems pretty high quality. Like, I don't think it's going to break anytime soon. But, you know, if you want a super high quality one or like a bigger one, I think they have bigger ones too, then you would have to buy it like out of the pack. So that's the last thing from the pack. Now, this is probably my favorite that I've bought so far. These are called Tangles. I bought a pack of 6. They were like $15, I think. And I just like how they move really freely. You can just crumple them, or you can kind of coil them up in little circles like a snake or something. Oh, this one snapped apart. And then, yeah, you can like connect them together. You can change out the colors. I think I got a kind of cheaper ones because I broke one of them. Like the peg got stuck in the other side, and then some of them are kind of loose now, which is kind of frustrating. There's a couple that are okay, but there's also a couple that are just really loose. Like if you, this one just like, I play with it and it automatically just like pops off. So it's a little annoying. You can still play with it like this. So technically it's not broken, but it's just not as fun. So I think I'm probably going to end up buying more of these like in a smaller pack or like a more expensive pack to see if they're a little bit better, because these ones are a little frustratingly easy to pop apart. And then I have these little stress ball things, which are really cool. So I hate slime. I hate how it feels. I hate the smell of it. I hate the residue it leaves on your hands afterwards. It's just really gross, and it makes my skin crawl. And Play-Doh's kind of the same thing. I don't like how it smells. I don't like the way it feels. I like how squishy and soft, and like how like you can like smush it into different shapes. But there's just too many other issues. So that's what I really like about these. Like, they're really squishy and you can move them around. I think there's like memory foam, or not memory foam, because that's like the stuff for mattresses. There's some kind of foam on the inside, and they're like silicone, I think, on the outside, and they're really stretchy. But there's not like that weird residue. Like, there's still a little bit of residue, but it's not as bad. So you just like wash your hands after. It's kind of like, you know that like old lady grandma soap where it's like super floral smelling, and sometimes it's shaped like seashells and sometimes it's shaped like flowers, and you wash your hands with it and it still feels like there's soap on your hands. That's kind of what this feels like, but it's still not as bad as like slime or Play-Doh. So that was a really weird comparison, but I stand by what I said. And you can squish these like into these crazy shapes like this, and if you leave it, it'll just go back into this flat disc. So I like these a lot too, but now I feel like I need to wash my hands. And then the last thing I got was kinetic sand. I knew already that I liked kinetic sand, but I didn't have any. Ignore the fork. I'm not eating sand. I didn't have anything else to play with it with for right now. It does kind of look like brown sugar though, but I'm not eating sand. I just like how it like, you can shape it and then it just like falls. Ooh, you can see the glue. It's kind of gross. But yeah, and I also just like the sound. Like, I'll take it out and make it into shapes and then like cut it with a knife, and I just like the way it, like, I like the noise it makes. I don't know. It's kind of like white noise or like a noise machine or something. So yeah. And like, I don't know. It's weird. I hate sand too. Like, I wish that we could have beaches without sand. But, you know, actually, I think, you know, they have wave pools. But I don't know. It's weird. I like water, but I hate thinking about what's in water. Like, natural water, there's like fish and plants and slimy stuff, and it's gross, and I hate it. And then sand, obviously. But like public water, like a water park or a pool, is also gross because there's all those other people's germs in it. And then you have people that pee in pools, and it's gross. And yeah, I don't like the way chlorine smells either. It's just that it's not a win. There's no way I win this situation. You know, it just sucks. It's okay. But that's like all the toys I have to review today. I bought like the compression body sock thing. I forgot what they're called. I think they're called body socks. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, so I bought one of those. I'll probably use it a few times and see what I think before I review it, but there will be a review for that soon too. But thank you for tuning into my first video. If you liked any of the stuff that I reviewed or you're interested in it, let me know. Again, there will be links for everything in the description. And if you have any Suggestions for anything else that I should give a review, drop it in the comments. Bye.